Hello, friends. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you today about this idea that we have when we are in pain. You know how when we are grieving a loss or when we have pain of any kind, we feel like that's the only thing in our lives. All experiences are clouded by the pain and the suffering that we are experiencing in this moment. There's a beautiful Hindu master story that I want to share to illustrate this even better. And this story comes from a book called The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. It's one of my favorite books. And in this book, he tells the story of a Hindu master whose apprentice was always complaining. The master, tired of his apprentice's constant complaining, one day said to him, "Please bring me a handful of salt and a glass of water." He asked the apprentice to put the handful of salt in the water, mix it up, and then drink it. When he'd done that, the master said, "How did it taste?" And the apprentice spat it out and said, "Awful. It was bitter and salty." The master then said, "Let's walk to the lake nearby." And he had him carry a handful of salt, which he then asked him to immerse in the lake. The apprentice followed his master's instructions. And then the master said, "Now cup your hands around the water and drink some. How does it taste now?" And the apprentice replied, "It tastes fresh. It tastes wonderful." And this is how the Hindu master explained it to him. He said, "The pain of life is pure salt, no more, no less. The amount of pain in life remains the same, exactly the same. But the amount of bitterness we taste depends on the container we put the pain in. So when you are in pain, the only thing you can do is to enlarge your sense of things. Stop being a glass, become a lake." And I want to point you to the most important words here. The amount of bitterness we taste depends on the container we put the pain in, which means if we are putting our painful experiences in a container the size of a glass, every single thing we're experiencing in life is contaminated by our pain. And the pain becomes the more dominant experience. On the other hand, if you can enlarge your sense of things, which means when you look at life and your life experiences, there is this pain and it's difficult and it's awful and it doesn't feel good. But there's also a moment of joy. There's also laughter. There is also excitement. There is adventure. There is all of that which coexist with the pain. And if we can look at life as inclusive of all of these varied experiences, then that sense of enlargement gives us perspective. It helps us to see that there is more to life than just this pain that we're focused on. So, as the Hindu master says, become the lake. Don't be the glass, become the lake. I thought this was a very profound teaching, and I was very excited when I read it the first time. I've read it a few times by now, and I thought, what a good idea to share it with all of you, because I know so many of you are in pain. But do something simple every single day. Focus on that one moment of joy. It could be something very simple, a pool of sunlight on your kitchen floor. It could be a beautiful garden that you walked by. It could be a particular color, a smell. When you spray perfume on yourself, just give in to that smell. Be appreciative of the presence of that moment of joy. And as you become more mindful of these moments of joy, they will increase in your life. And the pain you feel will be balanced with the sense of joy that you experience. That's my little share for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Do leave a comment. You can leave a comment below the video. Tell me if this story resonated with you in some way. Tell me if this offered you an aha moment, if you are beginning to look at pain in a different way because of the story that I shared. Any comments are welcome, and I hope to hear from you soon. Take care for now. Bye.